Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello. So we have been assigned to do a group project about a company's practice in human resource. We need to do a company visit and conduct an interview to find out about the company's current practice on staffing, the topic that has been specifically assigned to us. Hence, we have chosen the Etika Holdings company. But what is Etika Holdings company? What do they do? Please stay tuned and I will take you to a little tour about what Etika Holdings is all about in the next slide.
Before we discuss further into the discussion, let's have a brief look into the Etika Holdings company background. Consolidation of Permanis and Etika has been successfully completed, and the group announced they will be called as the Etika Group of Companies. Etika stands for ethics or trust. This will be the only fully integrated halal beverage company to offer all 12 categories of beverage. And as you can see here, the Etika Group manufactures, distributes and markets world-renowned brands such as Pepsi, Mirinda, 7-Up, and many more. The Etika Group is headquartered in Malaysia and has established a distribution network across Malaysia.
Now, let's watch our interview video as we have highlighted the key points on the company's practice on staffing.
How do you decide whether to hire temporary or permanent employee, and which one is beneficial to your company?
Okay, actually we don't, for HR perspective, we don't really decide. It's actually up to the hiring manager on their request. So like I mentioned earlier, we have this personal requisition form.
Does your company prefer internal or external recruitment, and which one is the effective one?
It's not really our preference. It's actually again up to the hiring manager decision. And then normally we do external recruitment. External. We do propose for internal staff to apply, our existing staff to apply internally, but so far the successful one is only, I think, less than 5 for this year. So I would say 80% of our hiring is done externally.
Specialist, what method you use to choose the potential talent?
Sorry, what method?
Choose potential talent. Like some company, they do ratio.
Oh, okay. We don't have any method. It's very straightforward actually. But from our side, talent acquisition, we have to do phone screening. We have to filter the CV basically. So once we filter, we do phone screening, and if we feel that person is suitable within the range that we can offer, only then we present to the hiring manager. So the filtering is done by us, talent acquisition, and then it's actually up to the hiring manager to decide whether they want to proceed with the interview.
What platform do you use to publish the vacancy?
Okay, we have few channels that we use. One of it, of course, it's JobStreet. Okay, and then another one is LinkedIn. We have a recruiter license on LinkedIn, and then a job team. We use Facebook a lot for our non-exec hiring. So let me just show you. Company website is actually under maintenance right now. So we do have a Facebook page. It's Etika Group Human Resources. So currently we are hiring temporary recruiter, which we have just posted. Then we are hiring for these positions. Okay, we use Facebook for non-executive a lot because this is the only channel that we can actually engage with them. LinkedIn is a different level already. This one for experience level, experience,
The number or
yeah. So let me just show you how the recruiter license. So from time to time, we will advertise the position based on the
okay. Have you used e-recruitment or outsourcing method before?
Outsourcing and e-recruitment, no, not so much. Yeah.
Okay. What difference does new and existing talent brings to your company?
That one is something that we have yet to gather the information from the hiring manager, because if we were to hire, it's only up until they onboard. Okay, once they join, their competency level, their ideas or their efficiency in terms of doing the task that is given is actually being evaluated or rated by the hiring manager. Yeah, so we don't actually do a follow-up after we hire.
So it's only up to the hiring.
Yeah, correct. So once they onboard, we actually hand over to the hiring manager lah. Means hiring manager is supposed to guide them, supervise them, and then give feedback on their performance lah. But so far, because our practice here is auto confirmation, is the probation will take 6 months, and then if there's no issue, then it will be auto confirm. And then hardly we have issue lah during the probation period. So I would assume that their performance is actually up to the level that the hiring manager wants or the supervisor wants.
Okay, in your opinion, when is the best time to recruit, and how frequent does your company recruit new talents?
There's no best time to recruit. It's our hiring is all around, but you can see the trend. The positions or the requests increase mostly after bonus, after Chinese New Year, after
Festive season.
Yes, exactly. So normally we need to hire the most is at the end of the year or end of quarter one. Yeah, you can actually see the trend. So, but all around we have to hire constantly. On average monthly, we need to hire around 60 positions, 60 to 70 positions.
What does you do normally conduct before hiring them? Test or pilot test or something like that?
Okay, for sales we do have a test, but it's a written test. And then also production, we have, let me just show you the assessment. Yeah? So we call it engineering assistant. We are hiring this position all year round. There's always a vacancy for engineering assistant. So in order for them to to pass the interview stage, they need to sit in for the assessment. So this is section A of the assessment, aptitude test. Okay, they have to answer at around how many questions here? 15 if I'm not mistaken. 15 aptitude tests. 17, 18, 20 questions in regards to aptitude. Section B is mechanical, mostly mechanical. And then section C is electrical. Okay, so the passing mark is at least 40% and above. So once they have passed this test, we will arrange for an interview with the hiring manager. And if let's say if the hiring manager agree to hire this person, and then we will proceed to the salary proposal stage. offer letter, etc. But before that, they have to go for medical checkup. Okay, previously for medical checkup, it's across for any hiring that we do. We need to send that person to go for medical checkup. But right now, I think since last year, we have limit to only production is required to go for a medical checkup because they have to get the typhoid injection. And then even in our application form, it's written that do you have any sick illness yang you need to clarify macam ni like clarify lah, you kena mention. So from there we take note lah, dia ada ke tak sickness tu. If dia kata no, then we assume that person is healthy lah, fit to work. This one is like non-production punya hiring. Okay, for production specifically, we do have medical checkup. And then the last question is,
how long it takes to finalize the final candidate before they can begin the works?
Okay, our average lah, our interview process will take roughly around 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah, mostly 1 month. Yeah, and in order for us to close this position, is actually depend on the finalization of the hiring manager lah. If let's say even after 4 weeks, they feel like the candidates that they have interviewed doesn't really match the criteria or requirements that they want, if we were to continue to source, we will continue to source until we find the right candidate for the hiring manager. So after the hiring manager have finalized, we will have like certain documents that we need, in which we normally request from the candidate lah. For the interview, you have to bring this and that. So we, based on the document that they have provided, we will process internally, and then we will offer the candidate. So the offering stage will take roughly 3 to 5 days. And then it also depends on how fast the candidate can join us. Okay, if that person is working, you need to get 1 month. I mean, you need to give 1 month notice, 2 months notice. So it actually depends on how fast the candidate can join, and then whether they can actually join within our intake.
Staffing involves two main processes, which are recruiting and selecting prospective. In recruiting prospective, when the recruiting efforts need to begin, depends on the trend. Position requests increase mostly after bonus or a festive season like Chinese New Year. How large an applicant of pool is needed? An average monthly hiring 16 to 17 position. Next, recruiting timeline. Firstly, phone screening by talent acquisition team to filter the candidate. Second, interview. It may take 3 to 4 weeks, mostly 1 month. And lastly, offering stage, 3 to 5 days, depend on how fast the candidate can start working. Moving on to methods of recruiting, mostly external recruitment. 80% hiring involved from external candidate. The company does not use outsourced method to hire staff. 3 main platforms to advertise vacancies: JobStreet, LinkedIn, and Facebook. For selecting prospective, what do companies look the most when interviewing an applicant? They mostly stress on requirement, the right education background, soft skills, and technical knowledge. Once interviewing stage is done, what tests the company normally conduct before hiring them? For sales and production position, a candidate will take a test based on the position knowledge. After passing the test, interview stage with hiring manager, then proceed to salary proposal stage.
Staffing is important because being able to hire the right person can maximize the potential of that person in performing his or her role in the company. And lastly, I would like to take this opportunity to wish selamat berpuasa and selamat hari raya to all my Muslim friends. Thank you for watching.